My name is Bill Queale. I'm a primary care doctor outside of Baltimore, Maryland, and live out here in Moncton. I am originally from Pennsylvania, northeast of Philadelphia, and I came down here for medical school and never left. About 3 years ago, I was at a crossroads in my life. I've been practicing primary care for 20 years. I love it. I love my relationship with my patients, but I've always done some other work outside of practicing medicine. A lot of that work is as a consultant. And for the past 10 years or so, I just got to see this healthcare system from the top down, I like to say it. I'd had the opportunity to work with large health insurance companies, large hospital systems, and I got to see this healthcare system as really an industry, and it is an industry, but it's not working very well. It's broken, in my opinion. It's not working for patients. People have difficulty getting access to care. The care that they get tends to be very oriented towards sickness. It's not a system that really looks at people in terms of how to be healthier. And I've developed some ideas about how we could rebuild the system, one that works for patients and doctors. So the book is called Dying to Save You. I had a friend early on said, please don't write a policy book. We don't want to read a policy book. We want to read about you. We want to read about patients. So when I set out to write it, I thought about that, and I decided to talk a lot about my personal experience with the healthcare system as a patient. I have my own story that I talk about really throughout the book, but primarily in chapter 1. And then as a primary care doctor, early on in my career, I like to spend time with my patients, and I learned early on that the system doesn't necessarily pay for me to spend time with my patients. And that led to me almost going bankrupt and leaving the practice of medicine altogether. So I developed a different model a number of years ago and have been practicing that model ever since. This book is for everybody. I wanted to write a book that everybody could relate to. It's really why I tell so many stories in the book. I think that's just a great way to help people understand what's going on, because they can relate to it. These are stories about regular people just trying to live a regular life, but run into trouble. And what we do in medicine, certainly in primary care, our job, I think of it, is to help people navigate their life, not just treat them when they get sick, but help them stay well. So I hope to kind of get a message of hope out there to people that say, hey, I think the system is changing. A lot of what I talk about is actually happening. So I'm very optimistic, but if there's any message, it's a message of hope that things actually are going to get better. Community is everything. I think that we need each other to help navigate life. And one of the things that I do talk about in the book is this sense of community and how we all help each other. Certainly primary care and the medical system, we should have a medical system that can help people, but at the end of the day, I'm a big proponent of us helping one another kind of navigate our life. So I love the idea of being part of a community, and I love the community that I'm part of. The book will be released on Amazon on August 15th, so that would be the easiest place to go to get it. It'll hopefully be out in bookstores as well. I have a website, dyingtosaveyou.com or williamquealemd.com. That'll get you to my website, where I can talk a little bit more about what's in the book and how to go ahead and order it.